Just a few weeks ago, EPA put a ban on certain Enlist products, and some farmers in Ohio across 14 counties weren't going to be able to use the product. As soon as that was announced, Ohio Farm Bureau took action. Brandon Kern is Senior Director of State and National Policy with Ohio Farm Bureau.
First and foremost, you've got an important tool for farmers that's being taken away, essentially, by this action. And not only is it being taken away, there's no time to react to it. It kind of came out of the blue. Literally overnight, the rules changed on that group of farmers in those counties that are restricted. And so, that's not how we're going to do business, with regulations. It's not the way we can do business in the future. So we had to send a clear message. It's not acceptable how this was rolled out.
How did that message get delivered? What did we do as Farm Bureau to make sure EPA knew that this was problematic?
Yeah, so first and foremost, you always have to get something on record, right? So we worked with some of our colleagues here in Ohio, Ohio Corn Growers Association, Ohio Soybean Association, and Farm Bureau together, sent a letter outlining our major concerns with the process, the result, to the EPA, so the EPA Administrator Regan. We've also had just countless conversations with members of our congressional delegation here in Ohio who have been great and very responsive to this. I know there's been a number of conversations in return then from members of Congress with EPA with concern about the issue. And then we've had a lot of coordination with American Farm Bureau, our parent company, our parent organization, and then several states across the country who are also impacted by similar county bans on Enlist. So there's been a lot of coordination really across the country in response to this.
What's the latest you're hearing? You mentioned that we're meeting with EPA. We're having regular conversations with them. What can you tell us about what they're telling you?
Yeah, so just today we had an opportunity to meet with EPA Ag Advisor Rod Snyder, and so he is the Senior Agriculture Advisor to Administrator Regan at the US EPA, and he made time to meet with several Farm Bureau staff members from across the country who are concerned about this, and to kind of hear concerns from the producer perspective on the current situation. And so first and foremost, I think that's showing a lot of progress to get the top ag official within the EPA in front of numerous Farm Bureau staff from across the country. And basically the message was, I think they recognize the shortcomings of the process. They talked a lot about wanting to work with producer organizations like ours to look at the process in the future, about how this gets conducted in the future, and have better lead time for producers and those types of things. We also know that in this particular instance, with Enlist, Corteva, the company who produces Enlist, has submitted additional information to the EPA, particularly with regard to the American burrowing beetle, which has triggered the county bans here in Ohio. And we're hopeful that this additional information, scientific information about the impact on that species, provides that mitigating standards for EPA to be able to remove these county bans from Ohio and other states across the country where the ban is linked to that particular species. We're hopeful. We don't have any guarantees that will be the case. The message back to us when we asked about that today during this meeting was they are absolutely reviewing. They acknowledge they received the additional data from Corteva, and that they're reviewing that data very actively. And within the next couple of weeks, what we were told is that there would likely be some sort of update on that process. So, I guess it remains to be seen, but there is a chance, even here within the 2022 growing season, that there could be additional EPA action on this front. We don't know what that looks like yet, but I think it's encouraging that they acknowledge they received this information, that Corteva had got them the information, and we'll see what kind of update we get here in a couple weeks.
Find out more about this story and get all the latest updates online at ohiofarmbureau.org. I'm Higgins reporting. We'll see you down the road.